Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia and it's really windy and going to be 35 degrees today, I think, so it's so exciting to be warm. So anyway, today I've decided I'm going to get back to the basics of things. When I say that, I want to show the people that have asked about slow stitching and new subscribers, and for the beginners I want to show how to do really basic slow stitching. Okay, so people who haven't sewn before, or even ones that have, I just want to show you how I do mine. We're all different. I have some examples of it, but as per usual I cannot see a lot of it about. I just had a piece in my hand. Oh dear. I've got a lot of like things that we've used a lot of stitches on, and then some things that we've just used the basic straight stitches and that on. Now what did I do with that? Anyway, it'll come to me soon, I'm sure. But I just want to show you this first. Now I've got a piece of fabric and I like to use a calico, and you can use a piece of old sheeting or anything you like, a bit off a pillowcase, whatever you want to do. I'm going to turn this into a cover, like a front. This will be a front panel to go onto a book, right? I'll just, when I make another junk journal or something, I will just cover it and then I will stick this on the front of it, okay? Because I like to have something that's going to be of use for me eventually. So, but anyway, so I'm going to do this not in one particular colour, but I wanted to do some different things on it. So I'm going to put mine together in a few patches as well, okay? And I like to get the pieces off of the doilies or the serviettes or placemats or something that you pick up at the thrift shops. So this here is a really nice bit to start with, I think. See, this gives you a little bit of a design too, as well as putting your own stitches on it too, see. So there's the first bit, and that's a tiny bit big, but I'll decide too which ones I want to have and which ones I don't. Now I don't know if I need that one. I wanted to put on a bit of this here, a bit of red, for something different for me. Yeah. So I'll have a bit of that. And this is really easy to do and very effective too, you know. It becomes very effective that way, I think. I'll cut a bit off this end so I still get to keep this here, the open work there. But there's, you know, I like. Put up the top, and then you're bound to still have it there when you finish. Hopefully, so nothing will go over the top of that. And then we'll have that bit that way. I've got this one here. Here's really nice too. I might have put that one on. I better pick out a few, instead of having everything. I better just have a few. I want a bit of texture, so we've got this. It's like a maybe a stiffening sort of stuff, or something. Or something that you do stitching through, cross stitch or something. It's it's a nice thick thing. Not too thick, but it's for something, right? Something different on it. Righto, so that should be enough things, shouldn't it? Actually, that could have been a bit straighter. This is off a very old piece of sheeting, this bit is. But we can turn this into a nice piece of stuff, you know, for like I said, the journal cover. And I might leave that, the red underneath it, so that gives it a bit of interest, okay. That piece there. We'll have, I like to go in different directions, as you can see. Well, I hope I can get to do that. I'll put 2 pins here so I'll make sure I'm in the shot. I've got to put that up there further. Sorry, I'm going to try and keep on the mat so we're in the shot here. It's a little bit heavier piece. Alright. Put that bit up there. Righto. And you decide which one you want to put it under or over. That's up to you, whichever way you want to go with it. Put some cotton on this because I actually was doing something with it and I just took it apart because I didn't like what I was doing with it, so I'm reusing it. That one can go that way. So it doesn't matter if you can, you know, if you're overlapping or whatever, that's okay. It's perfectly fine. And we need something here, which could be another bit of red. What do you reckon? A bit of red with a flower on. It's too close to that piece, but it might have to be a bit of... Okay, I'll put that bit there, like that. Maybe that bit there. What do you reckon? Can this go over that one? Too much? No, I don't think so. I might line this up a bit. Like that. Okay. I have to cut this piece straight here. It's not gonna. It's a bit skew with underneath. At the moment, while I'm stitching this down, I'm going to just let it. I want this a bit straighter because it definitely shows that it's not, doesn't it? It is what it is. Okay. And there's no rules, you know, you want to do it any way you like, you know, there's no saying you can do it this way or you got to do it that way. It's up to you what you put and where you put it. As long as you like the look of it, it's fine. It's all about yourself. It's all about you. Okay. And I'm going to cut that. I'll put a little bit off there. And if I leave that there, I probably will. Let's see how we go. Okay, so we're going to have to get a few pins and stick them down for a minute till we put a stitch around the outside and catch it all. So I can keep it in place while I stitch around the outside. I'll put some pins in it. You don't have to do yours like this. You can have yours on a plain piece of fabric. Just a plain piece. Nothing on it. I needed to put a little bit of something on mine because I just feel that way inclined when I do them. Everybody's got their different ways of doing things, and this is what I like to do. Excuse me. Now, a bit of cotton on that, with some pink. It doesn't matter what sort of thread you use. For basting it, it's okay. Machine thread's fine. There's not anything wrong with that. If you wasn't any good, you wouldn't sew your clothes with it, would you? You think about that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just perfectly fine. Some of them are a bit dodgy. They're really new, sort of cheapy ones might be not good, but otherwise, this one I've got here is really old and it's a really old piece of cotton. I don't know where it come from, but I might as well use it, eh? I've got it there. Might as well. So I'm just going to go up through here, and I wish I had that other needle that I found the other day, because I found a really good needle. Now your needle is something that you want to have that's really sharp. You don't want to have to be pushing it to force it through the fabric. So you want something that's really sharp and maybe really thin to start with. This one seems nice. There's all different sorts you can get. It's up to you. A lot of people have a particular one for a particular thing that they do. I just like it so it'll go through and it's got a sharp point on it. That hurt. You can put the needle on your finger and you don't even feel it because some of them haven't even got any what's the name on it, very good points on them. This one has, and it's long, so you just can rock it backwards and forwards through as you're putting down your stitches anyway. But we're just doing this basting stitch, and this is just probably pretty much what we're going to be doing anyway, but this is to hold it down so it doesn't go anywhere, hopefully, while we're doing it. So I could have did this first, but I think I need to show you what's going on, because best if you know, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people haven't even got any sewing aids or anything in their house. That used to surprise me something fierce when I was young, when I'd go to friends' places and they wouldn't have a needle and cotton in the house, or scissors. I think, oh, well, that's weird. You know, I grew up with them sort of things. They were essential in our house. It was something we had all the time. Because you did have to, didn't you, to do what you're sewing with. So, but I suppose not everybody did sewing, did they? Before my generation they did, of course. And a lot of ours did. My generation did. When I say mine, I'm a baby boomer from the 50s, me. So there was all sewing and things going on back then. I'm going to cut this now. It's level with this piece, and I hope I don't cut me cotton. I can't see what I'm doing under there. You'd think I'd go and have a look, wouldn't you, just for interest's sake? But it's okay, I didn't, and it's okay. I'll cut that bit. Now, I've got all that down underneath there, all that red. Maybe I should put less of this bit and a bit more red out. And just cut that bit off. So wait, fix that. So this is a little bit thick, this one that I'm stitching through now, because it is a furnishing fabric of some sort, maybe for curtains, I'd say. But that's alright, it just sure goes through alright. There's lots of people on here doing this sort of thing. I just thought I'd show you because a few people have asked me about it, and a couple of other things that I'm going to show videos on later on. Okay. I keep on threading this because I'm just not careful enough. The hole's really big, see, so the cotton keeps coming out. So your cotton that you're using needs to be... the needle needs to be able to make a hole big enough for the cotton to go through. You can't use a tiny little skinny needle with a big thick piece of thread. So you've got to match that up nicely. I'll see where the underneath is. I'm going to have to cut this off so I can see what I'm doing now. Just trim this back. Here we go, and up along here. Am I safe to cut that piece? Am I happy with it? Oh yeah, there's plenty of that there. I need a bit more. That went sideways. Oh dear, I hope I didn't make too much of a mistake with it. A bit wonky. I'll have to cut it properly now. Yeah, turn it back over. So Jeremy just come in here and said that the neighbour said to him, if you see the ferret run around here, he said, can you come and get me? His son has a ferret and he keeps it over at his father's place next door, which is really strange. So he'd take it home, but anyway. And his girlfriend come to feed it or something and left the cage undone and it got out. So he's wandering around out. Maybe that's what the dogs are barking. Maybe he's somewhere where they are. Poor little ferret. Feel sorry for him really. He's been in a cage all that time and now he's escaped and he's out there in the big wide world, isn't he? Hopefully he won't go too far. I don't know if they come back home or not, them ferrets. I know they used to when people went to take them ferreting or something. But anyway, ferreting, the ferrets used to come back out. If you whistled at them, you can only whistle it and come back. I don't know. I think he just has it for a pet, of course, I don't think. But he doesn't even live there, so the young fella that owns it. His father's in charge of it now today, I suppose. It's the way that is with children, isn't it? Sometimes they just leave you with their animals. Our daughter did that. She left us with her cat and dog. Her cat passed away a few years back now. And we got our own, another cat. What do you know about Minky? He's always here somewhere. He's actually in the bedroom asleep on the floor. He slows down a lot when it gets warm, the weather. Slows that cat right down, it does. He just wanders around aimlessly. Yesterday, my baby granddaughter was here visiting me, and I did have lots of cuddles, and oh dear, she's beautiful. The tiniest thing you ever did see. She's only 5 weeks old, and so small, and she has a voice though. She has her voice. And if she wanted something, she let her mum know. And her mum and dad are really good with her though. Really good. They are straight. I think maybe a little bit, there might be too much. Oh, quick, get up and do something. But it's okay. She was bit. I talked to her. I told her if she had any trouble with Elle, that's my daughter, I said, come see me, I'll sort it for her. That's what grandmas do, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we do. So she's coming back at Christmas time, and I'm really excited to see her again. I mean, I can't wait to see her again, because the more times I see her, hopefully, well, the more we'll have a talk, won't we? Told her I've been waiting for her for years. Where she's been, I've been waiting for her. I've been waiting for her. I think she's gonna be beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. She really is. She has her mother says she does have that cranky look on her face pretty much all the time though. You can't blame her really. She's got to get used to this outside world, doesn't she? It's probably a family thing. Her mother was a bit of a... But her mother was a really good baby, and so is Margot. I think she's a good baby for Elle. I think they're doing really well with her and that. Doing it on the nurse comes out to visit to them at their home, and she's got to go to the doctor next week to have her first needles or something. And Ellie's taken her to mum and baby group, and that's good because it helps Elle to. She said, she thinks about things that might be not normal, and when she goes there and they talk about stuff, they think, oh yeah, that's happened with me, that's happened. And that's like everything, if you find out it's natural or it's something that's okay, not to panic or how to deal with one thing or another. There's a gap there, Sonia. That was clever on me, wasn't it? Made a hole. It's all right, we'll put something down in there. Goodness me, what am I doing? I'm going to put that over top. Can I move this over? No, I can't. I'm just going to stitch this bit down here then. Then come back and stitch that other bit. Yeah, so it's really good to see that they were... Last time there was 2 of them, now there's 3 of them. She just have no more, but that, that changes, doesn't it? A partner said, he said, she probably should wait a few years until she's out of nappies and stuff like this, he said, because he doesn't want her to be having to be, they don't want to have to be changing nappies and going, and I thought to myself, well, I don't know if he's got it right or not. I think my children were all born years apart. First 2, 11 years apart. The first 2 were born, and the second 2 were 5 years apart. And I don't think that was a good thing, really. It wasn't meant to happen, but you know what I mean. That's how it goes. But we weren't really thinking about having any more when we had Peg, but then there was Elle, so that was good. Richard was from my first marriage, but I don't know, not out of the three of them, only two of them, Richard and Peg, get on okay. The rest of them are not too happy with one another for some reason, I don't know. It might be just sibling rivalry or something, I don't know. My sister hated me, so I guess fair enough. I never really knew that much. I didn't really know that. You know, they don't tell you, do they? Till it's too late. But there's something I could have did about it. That's just her problem, really. Ruined her life, though. Being worried about how to impress people and stuff like that. It was not good. Some people are like that, though. She wanted to be. Never mind. Never mind. We're all different. We are. There we go. I got it. Took me a minute. Actually, probably took me about 10 minutes, so that's not too bad. Righto, so we've got that bit. Now, well, that was sort of slow stitching, because anything you're doing with the needle or thread, and you know, that's what's considered to be slow stitching, because you're not going very fast. It's not on the sewing machine, put it that way. Okay? But there's a thing out there that, you know, if you want to be doing slow stitching, you're just doing a straight stitch. Now I've got to figure out what colours I'm going to put on this. I think I've got a plan for this, actually. I'm thinking about... I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I can't say, because I might change my mind. Because that does happen with me, doesn't it, really? I'm just going to get some thread out of here. Which one would I like? I might even put some red on it, or blue. I've never gone with these colours before, people. Hold your horses now, just brace yourselves, eh? Purple. Gee, Sonia, that's... I gotta be brave, don't I? I gotta try and think of something. I'm gonna do something. Nobody panic. I'll see how I go. Don't know if I need a yellow. Do I need a yellow? Probably do. I'm going to do these colours, maybe. See what happens. If I'm pulling it out, I'll be upset with myself if I start pulling it out. Oh, is there two of these? Is there two different? Oh, no, there's one there. Okay. So these I've gotten a brood of these ones here, and they are really good. They're not stranded like a stranded stranded embroidery thread. Stranded embroidery thread is probably not in here. Oh, yeah, here's one. This one's got 6 strands on it. It can be DMC or anchor or whatever. And they can be pulled apart, see? You can take them apart and you can use as many as you like. Two's good. Two's good. You know, you can get... Two's really nice to use. I want to use these because they show up a little tiny bit heavier and they don't fray or muck about or anything. You know, these are not... It depends how you're going, you know, what your stitches go like. And this one is a crochet cotton one, like a crochet thread, like on a reel like this. And it'd be about a size 8, I think. If you go any thicker, the number goes lower. It's like a 5, it's a thicker one, and so forth. But you want about an 8, I think, to use that. It's up to you. I've got one here that's a bit thinner that I'm liking for... No. I'm going to just try one of these first and see if I'm game, because this is way out of my comfort zone. As you well know, I'm doing really pastel thing. Oh, not pastel. Bright, but in a different way to these. These are really dark. I don't know, this is not good. Teaching you how to do something I'm not going to try myself. Okay, I might try this one. Let's have a go. Now, your thread is, where we are, where's the end of it? I bought these at the second-hand shop, at the what's the name shop, the thrift shop, in which you can get them if you're lucky enough to pick them up where somebody hasn't used them, so they've thrown them out. Now, your thread needs to be the same size and or thinner than your needle, okay? Because your needle needs to make a hole big enough for the thread to follow through. Plus you need something that's reasonably sharp, and you want to have, I'm going to think about looking at one of these here, I think. This one here's long, and it's going to be right because it's about the same thickness. Now I don't know, I think this is just called an embroidery needle. There's different sorts, lots of different sorts. Crewel one is the one with a big hole and a sharp eye. That could be a crewel one, could be. This is breaking this apart, not going in there nicely as it is now. I find these are not easy though to thread with a needle threader because they're too thick. But anyway, so that's threaded. Now I'm going to make a knot, which you can do your knot any way you want to. So now what you need to do is you're going to just stitch straight up and down, or across, or whatever, or in circles. So whatever you want to do. Maybe I might do a circle first. I might just, rake loose and do a circle first. So I'm going to make a line for that. A circle for that. I'll have a circle for that. For a circle. I've got one in here, I do. I have these that I bought on the internet. They're really hard thing. They've got some sort of acrylic thing inside there, and it's all different shapes. And I don't think they were very expensive, but I really, I got those because I thought, well, I'm going to use those for a bit of drawing on. Okay, you can use a water-soluble pen here somewhere. I've put it. That happens, doesn't it? What did I do with that? I put it underneath here. I tidied this table up yesterday. I really did, because I had to get it done for myself. For myself, so I could find things. What have I done with me? It's probably sitting in here looking like one of the other pens, That's what it's probably doing to me. It's white. Oh, goodness me, sorry about this. Oh, dear. Well, that's not fair. That's really harsh, that is. I wonder what I've done with it. It could be sitting here looking at me, and I can't say. I'm going to have to use a pencil. Okay, so I'm just going to do a pencil line, okay? Then I'm just going to draw around in the circle here. And I'll do one on the outside of this one too. Oh, that's dark, isn't it? Well, that doesn't impress me. I hope I can cover that over. I did have a pen. I have got a pencil here too that actually rubs out what you... The top of it's got a rubber on it that actually erases what you put on there. What have I done with them? Put them in the place where I'll look at them later, you think. The cat was in here yesterday, but I don't think he took anything. He was really quiet yesterday, and Jeremy came in here and my door was open, and he was up here in the window. He sat up there for hours. How he got up there, I'll never know. Look, here's a pencil here. Oh, goodness me. There it is. But you can buy one of these, and it's called hasn't really got a name on it. Water erasable pen. It's a medium tip, and it's blue. Or you can put the pencil on like I just did, and hopefully this will cover it over. Okay, we'll see how we go. It'll be right. So what you need to do is just get onto your line here with your cotton, and we're just going to do a straight stitch, righto? So you just go down in take a little bit and come up again, right? You go down, try to keep them the same length if you can. It doesn't matter. You will learn over the years or where it happens, you will learn, okay? And just follow that round. You can do it by eye, but I don't think I could. I need to have a circle to put on it. And you just all you do is just go up and down and through the back and up through there. Now you can just like do a stab stitch, which you go through, right? You go through your fabric and then you come back up, okay? Now that way you can see too a lot easier how big your stitches are. This one here I slipped over a bit, I think, but you know what? This is what it's supposed to look like. How you do it is what it's supposed to look like. Stay on your line and you'll be right. Okay? Because I will do a few circles around in here. If I've got another size circle there, I can fix that. Otherwise I would draw one with my compass. That's what it's called. No, not a compass. Call it a compass. You know that thing that you put the pencil in the hands and you draw around? Yeah, so you can see this now. I'm going to have to see if I can get that off there. Aren't I? That big black mark. I'm going to take it back a bit because I think that stitch there's way too big. Oh, that come apart. That's not good. Anyway, it's sort of, how can I say this? It sort of has to pucker up a little bit. It looks better if it's a little bit puckered. It looks a bit padded, a bit quiltish like. I'll just find that other piece and show you in a minute. I don't know what I did with it. It was sitting here next to me. And then it's just disappeared because I wanted to show you. And I pulled up my cotton here really seriously. But when I get to the end of that, I'm not going to be using that because it won't be any good, won't look good. I'll leave it on there, but I won't use that bit on the end. Bit of thread. So I can get that off there. Oh dear. One more minute, please. I'm sorry about this. That pencil's got to be here somewhere. Maybe the cat knocked it down when he was up there. I'll figure out a way of getting it off, I hope. Should come off that. Should do. But we can always do another sort of stitch around it as well, so that's an idea. But we're only going to learn this stitch today, or we can learn a back stitch as well, but I think this is the best way to start yours off with it from the beginning, okay? You don't have to do a circle if you don't want to do a circle. I'm going to be doing circles and straight pieces, I think. I was going to use this for my boho vintage journal type thingy, but I'm not going to now. I've changed my mind, only because of the colours that I'm putting on it. Now, how far does this go out? Oh, that's the same. That's the one I used. Where's the other one that I had here? No, not one of these looking things again. I sort of had a bigger one or a smaller one size. I wanted an in-between size one. I'm going to just end that off. And now where's the clock? It's on the lazy Susan around the side. Okay, so we've got enough time to do a few more bits so I can show you how to do this. Oh, everything seems to be jumping out of my eye line of sight here. Here we go, here's another one, but it's too small, I think. It's only on the sort of a little bit. Oh no, it's going to go around there, look. So I can put the line with the blue pen now because it'll come off with that'll come off there eventually. I really do think that. So this will go around here because this comes off with water. I'm trying to find, oh, look at that, they're all really good sizes apart, aren't they? Really good distances. If you wanted to put them closer together, you could. But gee, that leaked out on there a fair bit, didn't it? There's, what's the name? I'll show you in a minute how it disappears, though. It's pretty good. Actually, I was doing something yesterday and I've had to put it down and wait for the line to disappear. There's the pen. I wet it and that's why I'm waiting for it to dry. I suppose I could have put it in the eye. Now you can't see my stitches. This is the same colour as the pen. Interesting. So you want to go down through the back and up. Really easy. Just a little bit of care and pay attention, you know, watch what you're doing. Hang on to your work. Make sure you've got a good, you're mastering the work. You want to hang on to this piece really good. It's just some people get a little bit scared, I suppose, of fabric, but you don't have to be. It's all right. You can hang on to it. You can do it in a hoop if you want to. This way, I think I've got better control for some reason. Better control of it. And one more. Nope, let's go down through the back. Okay. So there's 2 rounds. Might be able to do the third one this bit. I hope so. Right. Now you haven't quite started in the right place either, Sonia. You're a tiny bit off there. Oh, I just wanted to show you. Where am I going now? Can you see me line? Here? Goodness me, I lost it. That's not it, is it? Nah, it must be this one. Got to be that one. Must be just because of the pencil. I'm going to see if I can just do a bit while that's sitting there. No, I can't. I can see it a bit. I'm going to try my best to get round there. It is calming, you know. It's nice and all embroidery is, I think, hand embroidery. It's really easy to do. And there's so many stitches and things you learn. I did have enough. I suppose that's I only knew that because I have been sewing for 50 odd years or something. Something like that. Yeah, it must be easy. Yeah, more maybe, it doesn't matter. Not all the time though, I suppose. Well, yeah, I did. I sewed. No, it's true. It's not true. I did sew. I did a lot of applique. I did a lot of sewing over the years. I was always doing something, making the girls' clothes or whatever. Don't do anything like that anymore. Look at that. I do like it. Isn't that good? Yes. And we can put another one in if we want to. Now we can do some straight ones. Don't know about that one. About the red. Oh, I'm not real keen on the colours of this. That's not my thing. Ah, dear. It's all right. Well, how about we just do the blue, red and blue? Oh, dear. How about a red one? How about the red? Let's go with the red. I'll see if I can... Isn't it dreadful that you can only do one style of work? It's not good. That's not good. You can only do one style of work. I suppose I can do other things. I just don't, I guess. What have I done with that piece of work? I have a whole heap of bits here somewhere, and I don't understand what happened to that one I was looking at this morning. I see it in front of me. It's always the way though, isn't it? Always what you need is not thereabouts. And for you this is good. I can show people that I'm going to show them how to do something like this today. Look here, I'll show you what I've done in the past as far as the slow stitching goes. Look, there you go. So that's one of my earlier pieces that I did, and these are applique pieces on here. Now maybe I could do something like that on this here, but I do not have that sort of time yet. but that's one that that's an applicator that's put on there after. That's not part of the picture. That bit there is part of the piece. So that's what I did a long time ago, but it's still not the piece I want to show you. Oh dear, that's incredible, isn't it? It's fallen on the floor underneath me chair or something. No, it's gone. I don't know how many times that happens to me. I get something idea and then it just goes away. But anyhow, let's still put a bit of red on and see what we think about a bit of red. And the straight stitches. I don't think this is going to go through here because it's very tight. That's the thing too. If you've got, you might have the same size piece of thread, but it's the density of it, whether it goes through the same needle or not, you know. Because sometimes it's really dense and other times it's very, you know, flexible. Anyway, we'll try this here. I'm going to keep that bit over, I think. I'll do this down, I think I'll sew down here. No, we'll go down the outside. We'll just go down the outside with a knot, and then you just want to go down and up. And you can nearly do this, you know, by putting a few, rocking up and down like that, and then go through there. Do a few there. And you sort of make it look a little, you don't want to pull it too tight or too loose. You just want it just nice so the stitches sit up a little bit. It has like a quilty sort of look, padded look, and that's what that piece of work is. It's a really nice piece of work. Oh, sorry anybody that's new to my channel. I do get myself into these things. So many times do I find something that I want to show you and then I lose it. So many times. It just happens all the time to me. That's really worrying me, you know, because I had something, I had that in my hand and I just don't know why I would have put it down. I wanted to show it today and I can't understand what I've done with it. Same with my pencil. It's gone missing too. I might have some. Never mind. I'm only going to go down to this far, to this bit here, okay? But I want to pick up that bit on this one, okay? And then I'll go back down, so I've got it. And then now I'm going to go back up in between those two, I think. Let's see what happens here. That'll be really long, that stitch. Go under there, down in there, and up in there. So you're making sort of a bit crooked. It's a bit crooked. And we'll see, that doesn't matter either, but it just depends what you're looking for, you see. So I'm going to have to go now because my time for this one's a bit done now, so I need to go. And I'll come back on here and do a part 2, okay? So thank you everybody for watching, and I will talk to you later and find that piece of work to show you, okay? Have a good day and stay safe. Okay, bye-bye.